I came on to first to apologize for not making it yesterday. You see, there is a joy that I derive from doing these recordings, and yesterday I was just not gonna be up to it. I wasn't. The entire day was. I had 2 full days in one yesterday, right? So let's talk about today and yesterday in this video, okay? Today is January 7th, 2026, and we're going to be talking about what happened yesterday and what's happened today and what are the lessons I'm taking away from them. Okay, so I needed to make a made a connection with someone, and yesterday I went to see him in his office, very bright and early, and I got there, and the meeting took a life of its own. I had such a great time talking to him. He's an elderly person. We just talked about life. We talked about myself. We talked about him, his work, all of that. And then I got business out of it for my friend. So I'll say, all in all, that was a good conversation, right? So finished from there, and obviously, one of the things one of the things I'm concentrating on this year is deepening my relationships, so that I'm not waiting till I need something or I'm in want before I reach out to people. I'm actually reaching out to say, hey, how you doing? And it's not just the women in my life, it's also the men, and getting to know other people, older people, younger people, just, deepening my relationships in all. Hi. So, so we finished that meeting. I say we because me and Princess went, and then went to the office, did a walk around because I promised I was going to do that. We had talked about doing some improvements and did that walk around. Then I went to the island to go and check out a new site. It's like if project management is in my blood now, because why can't I come out of a project and breathe before stepping into another project? But no, Inye wants to put another project on her head. Yeah, I'm going to put that project on my head now. So it's not just one project now, it's going to be 2 projects. One on the island and one on the mainland. Yeah. I'm, oh, this is not laughter. This is almost fear of realizing what I'm doing. And the thing is, let me tell you what it is, right? Day-to-day running of business is not my core. It's not my job. It's not. If I am doing the right thing, it's not my concern. I'll explain before I'm dragged. Day-to-day running of the business needs to be detailed to the people that are going to be delivering the results. That comes from a strategic framework that's distilled to them, right? So from the top, we understand where we're going. We are pushing it forward through the divisional heads, through the department heads, all of that, all the way down, right? So what that means is, if I haven't done my work in terms of distilling that information, then that's the work I need to do, as opposed to go and be in the operations of it. Hey, so what are people doing? Hey, so how are we? It's just ask for the results. And if we have a strong enough system, it should be delivering results, right? Hi. Right? So that's what I'm trying to institute. Something I thought I was doing well last year, but more of that this year, because one of the things I think is, when you have a system in place, what that helps you do is breathe, have a Saturday like I did, because I actually went nowhere, did nothing, just existed today. So beautiful. I don't know. You guys have this kind of Saturdays to yourselves? Like, what? I don't remember the last time I slept till like 3 o'clock. 3. Okay, obviously, I woke up in the morning and then I went back to bed, and then I slept till 3. Hey. It was so good. It was also because like I had a very stressful day yesterday. So anyways, introduce them to new projects, and we're gonna take a break before we start, only so that my people don't break down. So what it is We just came out of this project that we finished with Choco's Bistro, and we're going into another project in about a week, right? So that we give ourselves time to breathe, and then the next one will be midway this first one, so that everybody's breathing. Do you see what I mean? Actually, there are three things that are meant to be happening all at the same time. So therefore, I was saying about, setting up systems and stuff in the workplace, and I think that this year I'm testing the system I've set up. This thing came about from a few years ago when I went on a holiday. No, was it last year? I was away for a while, and when I came back, I asked the question. I was like, do we have a system in place that works when I'm not around? And one answer that I remember was not really. That was one of the managers that was responding to me, and I took that feedback very, very seriously, because I'm like, if it's centered around me, then I don't have a life, then they don't have real work, because I'm certainly doing the work for them. So that's what has led to setting up the board, setting up divisional heads to manage department heads and all of that. So it's really distilling the vision for the next few years down that way, right? So next week we're going to be announcing our board members for Bedrock. I am excited. I don't know what to expect. I don't know if it's just going to go over normally or if it's going to bring buzz. I hope it does bring buzz, and we're ready for the buzz. But yeah, today, let's move over from yesterday to today. Oh, before we do that, overnight, I experienced some very significant energy supply challenges, and so I couldn't record. And I didn't even want to, because energy in terms of electricity and also energy in terms of physical energy, I was wiped. So I didn't want to come and do you guys here. So moving over to today, I did absolutely nothing. I did absolutely nothing. One or two emails, one or two messages. That was it. I was in bed the entire day. I had to wake up because, hello, I had to wake up because, like, mom wasn't around. I had to figure out lunch for my dad. That was it. I did nothing. I think I should check my blood pressure today and then figure out how to maintain it at this rate, because I'm going back to bed now. That's how tired I was from this week. So, moving over, someone I was listening to earlier just said something about the hope is that you get uncomfortable in the comfortable places you are, so that you can do what your capacity can carry. How they said it was a little smoother than that, but basically, don't get comfortable where you are, such that you don't find out what you're really capable of, right? That's the word I'll leave with you guys today, because clearly we are all we're all in places where we are comfortable. Last year I could have stayed where I was, just interesting build up of work that I did, and I could have stayed there, and I'm like, you know what, I'll be okay. But this year I decided to do more. So what it is I'm pushing my comfort level, I'm pushing my comfort zone to see what capacity I really have. And I advise you to do the same thing, because you never know. You just never know if you're capable of doing something if you don't try it out, right? And what a life you would have if you get to the end and you have regrets. When you had energy, you could have tried this out, and nobody was really looking at you, and nobody really gives a hoot. A nice way to put it, right? Nobody cares. Do your own thing. Live your own life, right? And that's something I'm really concentrating on this year, like living my own life. Anybody that's concerned about it should tell me why they left their own life that they could have been concerned about. Come and focus on my own, and it's a good thing. I mean, I can then share with you what my life is about, or whatever character building I'm doing, and hopefully inspire. But the point is, leaving my comfort zone to see what my capacity levels are. That's what I'm concentrating on this year. So what I am thankful for is the grace to see beyond where I was, and be able to like hope for more and do more, because yeah, That's where I'll put it. Full stop. Yeah. Tomorrow I'm looking forward to church and afterwards to touch sand and water at the beach. It's a really interesting mix. We could have done Sunday morning beach. Oh, it's lovely. I don't know if you've ever experienced it. It is lovely. And the last time I experienced it was February last year. Sunday morning, waking up at the beach. Oof. But yeah, I'm waking up in my bed this night tomorrow morning and then going to the beach. So yeah, do something that would revive you, revitalize you, do whatever it takes to for you to be refreshed for next week, because you need to go hard next week. Whatever it is that represents to you, you need to go hard. And I'm not stopping. I'm not slowing down. There's nothing stopping me from getting to the limits of my capacity. So this is where I live today. I leave today's recording at. I hope you have a nice night. I hope you take something away from this that can improve or inspire someone else. I hope that this is not for naught that you joined, and I really hope to see you tomorrow. Good night for now, okay?